Hey y'all, happy new day, new afternoon, new evening, and new night. It's me, Angelica Stevenson, the connecting angel. And I just want to share a revelation, aka revelation that the Most High showed me when it comes to romance and being romantic and having that in my life and with my husband because um we've been having some disagreements and some arguments about that, especially since our hormones and heck, we're adults, and our sexual appetites, our wanting sex has been different on different levels at different times. And he's felt like since he reached the big 40, it's higher. And I'm to a point now in my life where I realize that sex was one really part of my trauma experiences, how I used to think about myself when it came to sex. I don't have that same mind frame anymore. As a matter of fact, God gave me the new mindset like, hey, one thing's for sex is basically just for reproducing, for making babies. And if you're not doing that right now, then don't have sex. Or just focusing on business, my family, or even feeling tired. I'm not in sexual moods because I feel drained. And of course there is the pleasure, there is the pleasure aspect too, that happens at times. But not as often when we were first dating. Yes. You can either get a popsicle or a fruit leather. Those are the choices. Shut my door. Because when we had no children to just little, like 1 to 3. Yes, Autumn. You can either get a popsicle or a fruit leather, but you're going to get one. So you gotta choose one. Okay, ask Lenny to help you get one. Or the lap popsicle. Oh, then get her a fruit leather. We had sex more because there was less children. That happens. But all that is just so much part of what romance is and being romantic. And I've read a lot of romance books growing up. Like that was my thing. Texan style books. I'm trying to think of the authors that I read. I know Cashil's Dart by Jacqueline Carey. That was one of the book series that I loved, the Cashel Legacy. But recently, last month, as me and Alan were finally talking and expressing our thoughts and feelings about what we want from each other, I was telling him I need to relearn myself and relearn our selves as a couple sexually and spending time with each other. Like he asked me, like, what do I want? Like, what turns me on now? And I'm like, that's a great question. I know watching him clean is a turn on. That's very sexy to me. But I was like, I gotta think about that. And one of the ways that God helps me think about that is to look up the different meanings of words, right? So I'm gonna share in my screen. And what the Most High took me, I was like, what is romance? What does being romantic mean? Because he would buy me flowers. I'm like, oh, that's pretty, that's flowers. But that's because that's what I was used to with reading in books. And be like, oh, give me flowers, give me jewelry, give me all this. But later I'm like, why do I want a flower when after a while flowers die and wilt? That's the representation of our love, our relationship. It's all fine and dandy and blooming and pretty, but in a few days it's gonna wither and die. You know? I'm like, if you want to give me flowers, take me somewhere to see the flowers in their natural habitat, in their natural home when they are blooming and beautiful. But don't give me flowers anymore where they just wither and die. That's not a good symbolic symbol for our relation, for our marriage, for our interactions, for what I want from us, right? So we're gonna go to the online etymology dictionary, y'all. And I'm gonna look up the word romance. Romance is a noun, person, place, or thing, so that lets you know that you are romance all on yourself, all on your own. I am romance all on my own. I am walking romance. You are walking romance. Person, place. A romance can be a place. It can be anywhere you want it to be, It can be a thing. So from 1300 century, romance is a story written or recited in verse, telling of the adventures of a knight, hero, etc. So romance, now a person, a story, a person's story, a person written or recited, a person in verse, a person telling of the adventures of a knight. I'm gonna get away from using the word person. A man or woman, a man or woman story, or man or woman written, a man or woman in verse, a man or woman telling of the adventures of a knight, a hero, right? Then you can read the rest of it and look it up yourself. So when I read that, I was like, wait a minute. Romance is a story. So whose story am I wanting to tell? Whose story do I want to read? Is it what everybody else says or thinks? What I read in books or people say, or women, I see the women say, this is what romance is to me, what I want, what they want. Do I want what they want? That's the same question that I've got to ask ourselves with anything and everything in life. Like I asked myself this question when I was doing online network marketing. Do I really want big mansions and cars to be making all this Federal Reserve notes to get? No, I don't want a big old mansion. No, I don't want that. I actually want a house, a cabin somewhere in the woods. So the same thing applies with romance. Asking yourself what you want. What is romance to you? What is romance to me? It is my story. It is my story that I am writing in my own book of life. The book of life. Your book of life. Who is writing in your book of life? Is it you or is it somebody else? Hopefully it's you because you are an author, meaning you have the authority, because author is in the word authority, to write, erase, destroy, rewrite, cut up, burn, whatever you want, your book of life. And that includes writing in what romance is and what romance looks like to you. So it's a verse. Verse means song. You can sing it. Telling the adventures of a knight, a hero. You are your own hero. You're your own knight in shining armor. You need to wait for somebody to come save you. You don't need to wait for a man to come save you. You and your partnership with the Most High is what saves you. And then when you meet other people, the Most High uses you to help save their lives, but it's still, they have to make the choice to still save themselves. Just like you have to make the choice to save yourself. You have to make the choice to decide whether or not what romance looks like to you. And I was like, well, romance to me, if that's the case, is when we're playing games together, like AC Doocy, or we're just chilling and watching movies together, or if we're just going out for a walk or something, or playing cards together. Like I like it when we play games together. That's fun to me. That gets me turned on when we play games together. Just spending time with them and laughing with each other and his facial expressions, having fun. That's romance to me. That is a story that I love and enjoyed when I first met him. That's one thing he said, I'm gonna make her laugh because I was feeling angry when we first met, and he made me laugh. So laughter is one of the big romantic gestures and actions that we share in our partnership, me and Alan's partnership. And I love that. Um, and then let's look up the word romantic. Romantic is an adjective, so it means to describe from the 1650s. So this word came later, right? Of the nature of a literary romance, partaking of the heroic or marvelous. Marvelous. From French romance something pertaining to romance, a romance. Verse narrative. I like the French romance, verse narrative. Narrative is a narrator. Like who is narrating your life? Who is narrating your relationship? Is it you? Is it him? Is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it your book? Is it a soap opera? Is it a TV show? Is it the government? Is it your children? Like who? Yes, honey.
thing since the seven round, and we keep doing round. One more time. And 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 we just keep doing it until you're called over.
Are you talking about picking TV shows?
Yeah.
No,
Or
let
movies.
no, let if Alice wants a turn, let him pick his turn. If not, turn off the TV and let's start bedtime routine. Thank you for asking. So a romantic, a verse, a narrative, the narrator. Like we're reading the tale of Desperos for one of our bedtime stories, and the narrator is actually talking to the reader in the book. The narrator's like, reader, do you this and do you that? It's the same thing. Like Angelica, do I this? Do I that? Angelica, do I this? Like, talk to yourself. It's actually quite insane when you do. It's crazy if you don't. Word magic. And people act like they don't talk to themselves when you do. When you're asking yourself questions about what to do, what to wear, what to buy. You know, should you fill out this way? Should you fill in this way? Should you talk to them? Should you go to work today? Like you're asking yourself those who, what, why, where, when, and how questions. Guess what? That's talking to yourselves and also talking to the Most High God, Yahweh, Allah, the creative universal power, the cup that's within you and all around you. That's all that is. Just know that you are the narrator of your story. You can sing it. You're welcome. Like Maui did. And it's up to you to decide what you want to write in the book of your life with your significant other. It's up to you. Then it's up to you to speak that out. Like I know there are different love languages. There's a book that talks about different love languages, and that is a great place to start. It's also good to know that what I've learned when it comes like to family, that people have different love languages. They express and show their love differently. You can choose to do it the way that they want it to be done for themselves, or you could choose to show love in your own way, how you are. It's a choice. Make sure to communicate that though, whilst being honest to who you are. Be like, hey, I know your love language is maybe giving things, but my love language is speaking. So I can do this. And then you have a choice to accept it or not. It's like a contract. You can consider it. You can choose to accept it or choose to be like no and deny it. But then what are you gonna do from there? Or another option you could do is, hey, we have two different love languages. I will accept your love language the way that you are and how you are because that's how you show love to me. And then when it comes to myself, I will do be romantic and show romance to myself in the love language that I know that I am, that I like, that I love, that I accept, that I be, that I do, that I be, that I have, and it works for me. You know? But the point is, it's all up to you. It's all up to you for you to choose. You have the power, which is the strength, the ability, the vigor to choose how and what you want romance to be in your life for yourself and then with your significant other. You just got to speak up and talk about it. Like that saying, closed mouths don't get fed. Actually, they do because if your mouth is closed, your thoughts are still thinking and your feelings, your emotions are still feeling and moving in the energy in the world. So bunk that phrase. Phrase bunk. Right? So with this video, I'd like you to reevaluate, go within, and ask yourself what romance is. You know, your assignment is to ask yourself what romance is to you. What feels good to you? What turns you on? What do you like? What do you like to see your significant other do or say? And then write down what you like to do or say that turns your own self on. Yes, you should be turning your own self on. You should be making your own self horny, without having to masturbate. There should be things about you that you love so much that about yourself that you just get turned on from the inside out, from head to toe. And then discuss that. Talk about it. Be open and honest about it and see how freeing you be and become. And see how that freedom in that one area of your life, this is the romantically area of life in stage 4, the living higher journey, my balanced life. See how that freedom in that one area begins to help you be more free in other areas of your life. Be more free with your thoughts. Be more free with your words. Be more free with your feelings. Be more free in your actions, aka your choices. All, of course, in love and to protect and with respect. Yes, yourself, the Most High, each other, and all creatures. Yes, honey. You ate more stories? Awesome. Great job. Now get out off the camera. No, I'm just doing a video. I'm putting on YouTube. Yes, so I can share my screen and show, teach, help teach, and all that stuff.
That's new.
It's not. I did it with my parenting secrets. I did it with the higher connections and communications program when you come on, when y'all came on and shared lessons.
What have you done for my mother?
What have you done for me lately? Hey, come on. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, romance, a story written or recited. It is your book. I am the book of Angelica. I am the book of the connecting angel. I am writing in my life. Then I choose co-authors, co-contributors, co-collaborators, co-editors, and publishers, the same as you do. You are the book of insert your name. John Doe, you're the book of Jane, you're the book of Shaniqua, you're the book of Mark, you're the book of Xavier, right? It is up to you each day to decide who and what gets put in your book, which is in your life, your book of life. And when it comes to your significant other, when it comes to even yourself, romance is what you choose and what you make of it. Okay? Bunk what everybody else says. Right? Their life. They ain't living yours. They ain't living you. You got one life to live. So live it. All right? So that's it. That's my time because I gotta get to bedtime routine. All right. So, of course, take what you need, keep what connects, and chuck the rest so that you may walk in your soul's purpose to fulfill and complete your life's missions with the what? The gifts, the talents, and the powers you were born with. Yes. And always remember, I am nourishing the connecting seeds in you, and that there is peace in the life with the partnership with the Most High, aka God, aka Allah, aka energy, aka the source, aka the creative universal power, aka whatever you want to call it. That's up to you. But until next time, always remember, you got to keep putting in that work. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Put that mind work in, get your thoughts right. Put that heart work in, get your feelings right. Put that spirit work in, get your energy right. You want that life that you see in your dreams. You want that life that you wrote in your goals because you've been visualizing. It's manifestation time. So get that butt in gear and get your body up. You've got work to do. Ain't no time to snooze. What? Are you really ready to lose? Not me. No way. And Mother Universe ain't done with you. You are you. So what you gonna do? Put in that work. Put in that work. Put in that work. Here we go. I'm getting to work. Hey!